Hey you guys, it's Annie with Town Realty. I had the cutest afternoon today. I've decided to do like a big expose on the 9 Line Trail because every time I go to 9th and 9th and drive down 9th South, like every single time there's like a new shop or a new store or a new restaurant or whatever, and I was like, I'm just gonna spend the afternoon and go to all of them. So I started on 9th South just off of State Street at the Maven District area, and anyone who has driven there has seen that there's like tons of stuff. And then I continued down to I think 6 Eats or something. So I'm gonna do a big blog on it, and it's gonna be in my newsletter. So if you get my newsletter, you'll see it, but I thought I would just do like a little quickie here because it was just like such a cute afternoon. Okay, my first stop was one that I have been wanting to go into forever. So Lovebound Library, if you don't know, it is a romance-only bookstore right in the Maven District. And I went in and the girls were talking for a while and I wasn't really finding what I was looking for and finally asked for help. And I was like, I want like a steamy, sapphic romance novel for Pride Month. And she was like, oh, I know, it's like a little bit hard to find. She's like, and I was in the LGBTQ section, and she was like, actually come over to this section. She's like, do you want it like dark? Do you like The Shining? Do you want it like really sexy? And found me what I think will be the perfect book. And so they were super helpful in there and really cute. And I bought my first book at Lovebound Library. So first stop. Okay, it's super hard not for me to mention like all the stores that I went in because I also like bought a bunch of stuff because I'm a consumer. But this one was really interesting to me because it doesn't show up on Google Maps, and I know that like people know about it. But anyway, it's called Pantry Products, and they sell like tons of like homemade cosmetic type of stuff, like creams and oils and salves and like dog deodorant spray, and then you can buy stuff in bulk too. And this is important because there was a place on 3rd West that used to be able to buy things in bulk, and they closed, unfortunately. So as far as I know, this is the only place you can buy stuff in bulk. So it's right off of Maven District, and really cute, and you want to buy like all the things in there. So yeah, that was that wasn't my next stop, but I'm gonna outline it all in my newsletter, but this was a notable stop. So okay, Heavy Metal Shop is just like an absolute Salt Lake staple. I love that it's in the Maven District because you've got all of these like cute women-owned shops and jewelry makers and all this stuff, which I absolutely love, but I also love that then we also have like Randy's Record Shop and right across the street, the Heavy Metal Shop, and it just like really rounds it out in a great way. So if you don't own any merch from the Heavy Metal Shop, you have to go in there because it's like a requirement if you live in Salt Lake City. And the guy in there is really friendly, and I asked him to make me some crop top tanks because they have tanks, but I want a little crop top, and he was really open to it. So maybe you'll see those in there, and they have a really cute shop dog. So, okay, honestly, probably the highlight of my day. So I finished Maven District and I'm driving east, and I see this little cluster of shops, one that says bubbly drink. And so I was like, you know what, I'm actually super thirsty, so I'm gonna go in there and just see what's up. And I go in there and the shop is not open yet. The door just happens to be unlocked, and this guy with the sparkliest eyes and the biggest personality comes out, and he has been working his butt off for like 6 or 7 months. This guy is a total entrepreneur, has owned several businesses before, and is starting this bubble shop. And he was like, first it was gonna be a coffee shop, and then decided everybody had a coffee shop, so I was going to make a soda shop. But then I was like, how about ice cream? But then after the ice cream, I was like, how about this? So he's got all these great ideas. He made me a root beer, notably with root beer ice cubes, and so I still am drinking it, and it still just tastes exactly how it did. It didn't get watered down. And so when he opens, so follow him now, and when he opens, you have to go in there and support him. He's the kindest person. And here's his little shop here. Okay, my final story today is about this shop that I've passed by a bunch of times and have never been in. So I go in there, and it's a crystal shop how you would imagine. There's like tons of crystals, there's chakra things, there's like Palo Santo and sages and, all of that kind of stuff. And the notable thing is that there's a male shopkeep in there, and he's explaining to another man who's in there all about the crystals, like the healing properties, the energies, like what they bring into the room. And like, I just feel like normally that's not what you expect to see. And it turns out it's his mother's shop, and his family's just like really deeply rooted in healing and Reiki and just like all in the modalities. And they're from Mexico, and he just went to Mexico and did a whole jewelry class. And so he's really into making jewelry and exploring, and he's like learned a lot about himself through that. And it was just so incredible to get to talk to him through this process. So you have to go in there, support their business, and they are very knowledgeable. If you're driving east on 9th South, you will see this sign right here, which I've seen a bunch of times, and it belongs to this store, Revive Boutique. I can't point to it. And you have to go in the store. It's amazing. So first of all, I was greeted by this adorable woman from the Netherlands who is like such an incredible shopkeep and like so incredible at picking things out for you and showing you around, and she'll tell you all about the store. So they carry all of these designer products. They're all like 75% off. They also have a bunch of vintage. I'm like kicking myself for not buying this one denim dress that was in there. I just felt like I didn't have time to try things on. She's adorable. The shop is adorable. And like if you've got a wedding to go to or a prom to go to or anything like that, like seriously good deals and seriously like incredible things, like things you feel like you see women from Sex and the City wearing, or something like a big flower on it or like big pleats or like whatever. So anyway, you have to go in there. It's a really cute shop, and just take some time to shop around in there. Thanks for watching, guys. It was just such a fun afternoon for me to like spend time in my community. I think that in real estate, I just end up like showing houses and being in front of my computer and just kind of doing the grind thing. And those who've been following me for a long time know that historically I've been kind of like more, I don't know, into the communities and the towns and stuff. And so it's just like such a nice return back to what I'm about. You can see my goth sloth coming through over there. Anyway, yeah, so thanks so much for watching. If you don't subscribe to my newsletter already, you should do that. And you'll see blog. I'll like post all this stuff on here, but I'm gonna write a whole thing because it was such a fun day out on the town. So go support local businesses. So many women and queer-owned businesses on the 9 Line Trail, like most of them actually. So go support them. Go spend a day, an afternoon out, and be a part of this little town we have here. So, okay, thanks, bye.